this is how I process quickly what I have. Let me open them up. Alright, have to first crop it. This is tough. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Alright, let's see. We start from this. Okay, so I think this is already pre-stretched. Alright, so let's create a luminance. First, I need to relabel this. HA O3. Oops. Good dynamic. O3. And then S2. Okay, let's create a luminance channel. Um, okay. Sorry, this is not it. Actually, on this, since you don't have much data, well, I'm just gonna use luminance anyway. So you have to save them first. Let's see. save this to SXF. And save this. Note 3. And save. Okay. Now that we have all three, let's combine them into luminance channel. So, no normalization. Care about weights. Like that. No rejection. And what push that? Let's see. Okay. That would be a luminance channel. And I'm going to compare with HA and see who got the best details. I think HA is a lot cleaner. So I'm going to skip, but this is how you make luminance if your data is good with blue and everything. But looking at this, it seems like the cleanest data is on HA, so I'm not going to use luminance on yours. We'll use HA for luminance later on. Okay, so the next process, when you crop this after cropping, and we have to make sure that these are stretched, by the way, I think. Histogram. So it says histogram. You can use that. This one as well. A little dirty. Okay. They are stretched. Now let's open up Pixel Math. I'm going to check this. Let's put the HA here. Let's put S2 times 0.8 plus HA times 0.2. 80% S2, 20% HA blending. And this one is S2. Create a new image. RGB color. And execute. Okay. So this is the outcome. Not much blue here. Oh, no wonder. I made a mistake. The 03. Okay, that's much better. Anyway. Okay, now you have this. I mean, basically, you can then create, let me name this as your base. I usually keep that, duplicate it, and create a copy. Set it aside just in case. And work on your base. And then color mask, which start with red. Okay. Click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit OK. And this will be your red channel. As you can see, this is going to be the blue color. And the stars are muted. And it's not going to affect anything. And I'm going to rename this red mask. Now next is green. I have to look. If you have enough data, then we might have to play with these settings here. But if not, I mean, yeah, if you don't have enough data, you have to push it using these settings. Green seems to be okay. A little. I can use that. Green mask. And let's see if you have blue. You probably don't need it, but because of the data you have. But in any case, just create one. Blue, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. That would be, I guess, red. Let's rename this to blue mask. Now see here, when you create color masks, you make sure that they have different shades. That means they are independent on the color that you can control. Okay, so this is your red mask, but actually we're gonna make that blue. Apply that to your base. Don't show the mask. Okay. Well, anyway, I made a mistake. Let me remove the mask. This is your base. We just have to create that back. But 3 important process that we need to do is background neutralization first. And then color calibration. Just execute it. And then green removal in SCNR. Okay, so this is your base after editing, after doing these first 3 steps. You can see, seems like it's okay now. You have your shades, but this red here is going to be the blue. As you can see, it's the blue. So let's create a red mask. Put that as a mask. Then let's open up curves. Okay. When you open up curves, you click this B here, right? And then I'll open up preview and slightly pull this thing down. It's a little purple. I can change that. Let's see. I mean, you get the point, right? You just have to keep adjusting until you like it. We can make that a little brighter. Add green. Okay. And some saturation. Okay, let's say for now that's your color for the blue, and execute it. Okay, now you're gonna have to use the green mask to adjust this yellow here, this one here. See? Use that as a mask. Open up preview and start playing. Okay. Let's say, yeah, that looks good. Let's say, for the sake of argument, you've been playing for hours. Okay. Uh, do that. Okay. So this is your photo. And this background here seems to have data, which is the blue channel. Let's see what we can do. I wonder what that, doesn't look good. Uh, I think we can use that as a little dark since it's dark spots. I think that's the best we can do with your data. But at least you get your star colors. Okay. So let's execute that. Okay. Makes the little background a little darker. Now we can adjust that later on. But as you can see, this blend is already coming really nice with the data that you have. Okay, so um, we are going to bring back HA detail because every time you do a masking and blurring, you're gonna lose the details here. All right, so this is your HA. See, there's a lot of details muted now. What we're gonna do is on your HA, we're going to clean it up a bit. So we're gonna use ACDNR for noise reduction. Okay, I mean you can adjust this whatever you want. All right, see it smooths out that graininess of the picture. Do it like so it doesn't bloat your stars. And you can protect this edge of the stars as well when you're doing all. But I'm just gonna take default for now. It's up to you to learn that technique there. And then execute, and that will clean it up a little bit. Okay, and then we're gonna make that a little sharper. Okay, so we're gonna use deconvolution. Okay, this deconvolution usually take the default, but I can reduce it, or you know, as long as the stars doesn't have a hard circle in it. That's what you're trying to avoid. Okay, if you magnify this, you can see the stars now a hard circle, so you don't wanna use that. Keep adjusting. Reduce it a little bit, I think. I'm not sure. That is kind of. I guess it's okay. Let me try to reduce. It's already blurry. I think you're. See this stars here? That means that you're slightly out of focus. Okay, so let's make it. I think that's it. And we can probably gonna clean it up a little bit with ACDNR. Okay, I think that's it. One. execute that. Okay, that looks cleaner. Looks cleaner. Okay. Now, when you're done with this, since you're almost done with this, but you lack details, what you want to do is um, blur this using convolution. This is your base image that you just processed that's almost done. And by doing this, make sure that all your masks are removed. So when you do this, let's see, make sure no mask. Okay. All right. So when you adjust, see, you can adjust this all the way up to here, maybe. Not maybe the end, and then more really blurry. Maybe 21. Or maybe just 19. 15. I think 15 is fine. Let's see. Okay, so blur this. All right. Okay, now you have your blurry base and you have your sharp HA. You can then use LRGB combination. Where is it? So much stuff here. All right. Bring your base picture in front. Uncheck this. And then select your HA because you're going to use HA for detail. Now here you can play. The brighter, you move to the left. The darker, you move to the right. So let's start with 450. Saturation, more saturated, less saturated. So let's start with more saturation here. 350. You can use noise reduction, but I usually skip that first. All right. Now see, you have more details on your picture, but you lock, you're missing some of the saturation. So we do adjust the saturation a little bit. Execute. All right. If you're not satisfied, keep adjusting. 54, a little darker, maybe. And that should be it. And you can finish that in Lightroom or whatever you want. But basically, this is the process that I use. Now, let's take a quick look at Lightroom, how I process them. Usually I finish in Lightroom because a lot of things that you can do in Lightroom and probably on Photoshop as well, that it will be hard to do it in pixinsight. So let me go to my library. Okay, this is your picture here that I finished, and let's reset it. Assuming that that's the picture that I have, really pale and everything. In Lightroom, you have this brush here, and instead of custom, you can use, or whatever, you can use clarity. Now you have clarity, you can probably adjust contrast and clean up while you're doing it, and start. Make sure that your feather is all the way, and then your flow is probably 80. Density is about, I would say 80. And start. Do not run over your stars. So that will bring the details that you might not be able to bring in pixinsight, because pixinsight, there is no brush. So yeah. So I mean, sky is the limit in what you can do here, right? Okay. You can just keep brushing, whatever you want. And saturate this a little bit. Now when you're done, you can adjust highlights. See, highlights that, and that will bring up like nice 3D look. Because only part of the brighter images will get highlighted, which is really cool. And you can reduce the lighting, and you can make it dark. And that how you do contrast that you don't achieve in um, quickly in pixinsight. And exactly what I did to your data. Okay?